Hi, welcome to Identity Governance Overview. This video showcases various areas of identity governance and corresponding Oracle products. The contemporary goal of any growing organization is to manage the employees in different roles, their entitlements, and distinct access needs securely. Hence, effective identity management solutions are needed.
So what is identity lifecycle management? It is
processes and strategies to manage the security lifecycle of user identities, their entitlements, and applications. The security lifecycle starts with initial onboarding and ends with final deprovisioning of an identity. Oracle categorizes identity management into three buckets: identity governance, access management, and directory services. All of them work in parallel to achieve a robust identity management solution. Identity governance enables management of user, role, and organizational identities and their associated attributes and entitlements. Access management facilitates authentication of resource-related accounts for users and organizations and authorizes them to access their accounts. Directory services provide efficient services such as storage, lookup, synchronization, replication, and virtualization of identity management data across identity directories. In this video, we'll be talking about identity governance. So what does Oracle Identity Governance do? It provides tools for identity provisioning, role management, reconciliation, monitoring, logging, auditing, certification, deprovisioning, and managing highly privileged accounts. To understand how Oracle Identity Governance works, meet Tina and Jim, new employees of ABC Corporation. As every new hire would, Tina and Jim get provisioned with an access badge to gain entry into the facilities, access to email server, credentials for remote login, and privileges to access certain self-service applications and other applications. Role management is one of the areas of identity governance. When Jim gets promoted, the access privileges of Jim would be different from those of Tina's, meaning that Jim might have access to resources that Tina might not have access to. There are different approaches to role management. First one is top-down approach, where there is an existing role and we add people to that role. The next is bottom-up approach, where we select people having certain common privileges and then create a role for them. Next, let's talk about reconciliation. As Jim got promoted, his access privileges or entitlements change along with access policies enforced on him. Jim updates his details in the trusted source. Through the mechanism of reconciliation, the changes and updates in Jim's profile are reflected in the target resources which have his details as well. Another area of identity governance is monitoring. If ABC Corporation wants to know, for example, the servers are up and running or health of the environment is fine, it can be done through monitoring. Let's talk about logging. If there is any issue, we can always go back to the time where the system was working fine and try to determine the issue and try to fix the issue. Logging is helpful in that aspect. When we want to cross-check the access privileges, determine who has access to which system, when and why, we can take the help of auditing mechanism. Next area of identity governance is certification. This mechanism helps in evaluating if the employees are rightly provided access to the privileges they are entitled to. When Tina or Jim leave the organization, all the privileges need to be deprovisioned. To perform all these tasks efficiently at enterprise level, we have Oracle Identity Manager that takes care of entire user identity lifecycle from initial onboarding to final deprovisioning of an identity. Another Oracle product that implements bottom-up approach strategy of role management, which we saw earlier, is Oracle Identity Analytics. Let's talk about managing highly privileged accounts. There are certain accounts that are shared accounts which have highly sensitive data. Tina is assigned a role of administrator for a shared account. The problem that Tina and others face is that they do not know who has accessed the account, When did they access and what did they modify? Oracle Privileged Account Manager comes to rescue. For example, if Tina wants to access the account, she uses Oracle Privileged Account Manager to check it out. By doing so, she receives a password for the account. This password is generated randomly by Oracle Privileged Account Manager. She uses this password to access the account as an administrator and perform some operations within the account, and when she's done, she checks the account back in so that others can use the account. This way, problem is solved. Besides that, another unique feature of Privileged Account Manager is selective availability. We can define time constraints. For example, Tina can be granted access to the account only on weekends. Let's see how all the three Oracle Identity Governance products work together. When Tina and Jim joined the organization, they needed to be given certain privileges by Oracle Identity Manager according to their role in the organization. But their job responsibilities do not seem to match with the existing roles. Oracle Identity Analytics comes into picture by creating a role for Tina and Jim. Through reconciliation, this role is then pushed into Oracle Identity Manager. Oracle Identity Manager then takes care of all provisioning tasks for Tina and Jim. As we saw earlier, when Tina is assigned to the role of administrator of a privileged account, Tina realizes that she hasn't yet been given that privilege. So she logs into Oracle Identity Manager and requests for a privilege. The Identity Manager initiates the request level and operational level workflows and assigns the workflows to an Oracle Identity Manager approver. After the request is approved, Tina can log into Privileged Account Manager to access the privileged account. This is the overview of identity governance and hope you enjoyed watching it. Thank you.